consultation with a client, and she'd asked me two questions I thought would be beneficial to come and speak here with you all. First question was, what are the pathways to relocation? There are two routes you can take for your relocation. That's the temporary residency or the permanent residency route. Temporary residency in the sense of your students and your work visas. Permanent residency in the sense of your green cards, your indefinite leave to remain, your PR, depending on the country you're going to. In most cases, people on temporary residency migrate to permanent residency. That's when you turn your skilled worker visa to an indefinite leave to remain visa, or you turn your H-1B visa to a green card, or you turn your student or work visas to PR, depending on the country you are going to. And those people have the opportunity to migrate from permanent residency to citizens depending on the immigration laws that govern such countries. And second question was, what is the planning process for relocation really like? I'll say this is quite difficult to answer, and I feel a lot of people do not plan well enough because we're in the jackpot era, so it's really glamorized, but people don't know the harsh realities of relocating. There is housing struggle, there is the mental struggle, there is underemployment, to just say the least. So you need to plan properly. Under the planning, there are two categories of people. There are people that can actually plan and have the means to budget and have the support system. And there are people that just have hope that when they move to or migrate to whatever countries, things will pan out for them. I'll give my 2 cents as usual, and I hope you pick up one or two things that you can use to have a soft landing for your relocation journeys. For those that have the means to plan and have support systems, you have to put in consideration your accommodation. Accommodation is very important. Some people have families and friends and colleagues that can accommodate them in their said country that they are immigrating to for a period of time while they find their feet and they find out what they need to do. Other people do not have that luxury. For those that don't have that luxury, you have to take in consideration the renting system in the said economy that you are going to. Try to find out what an average rental would cost you. Try to do your research on areas you can live that might have lower cost of living. Just basically do your research before you go to the said country. Another thing you will need to consider is employment. Before you leave, there are so many platforms you can start applying for jobs on. So start your job applications, find out what type of economy you're going to. Is it a certified based economy? Is it a degree based economy? If it's certified based, do the certifications you need to do while you're still at the comfort of your home country as much as you can. If it's degree-based, try to evaluate your degrees so that it can match up to their standard in the said countries. There's some people that have been lucky enough to get jobs before they got to the said country, while some would have to first go to the country and unfortunately wait months upon months or years before they land their first job. This is where skill comes in. Have a skill that you can monetize. Like if you're on a student visa, look for student jobs. If you're on a work visa, very good for you because you're just going there and resuming work. If you're a permanent resident or a green card holder, you have to look for work and things to do to survive, basically. Also, documentation. So there are two categories of people here: the people that process the application themselves and the people that outsource the applications to agents to help them with. If you're processing your application by yourself, you already are familiar with what the immigration system is like. You know the documentations you would bring, you know what next steps are for you. Like you've read up on everything because there's no how you be processing your application by yourself and you will not have all of this information at your fingertips. For those that outsource to agents, like I said in my previous video, please be involved in the process. Understand what they are putting in your application. Understand what the immigration process of the said country you are going to is. Be involved in the process. Read up on the economy. Read up on everything about the country you are going to, because a lot of times we romanticize the idea of relocation, and then when you get there, it's a different reality. Also, most importantly, mental prep. For those that are traveling alone, you need mental prep, because you will see plenty things, and you go through a lot of things that you just have to be mentally prepared for. For those that are traveling with family, at least you will have a sort of little community that you can rely on, but you still have to be mentally prepared for whatever cultural shock or country shock or whatever it is that this new phase would bring you. In all, planning is very essential and should not be taken lightly when you are processing your relocation. At TBK Travels, we offer settlement packages for the UK, US, and Canada. What are settlement packages? This is the next step after relocation or after your visa is gotten. Here, we handle your flight, we handle your airport pickup, we handle your accommodation. Accommodation in the sense that if you want us to help you get a house before you arrive in your said country, we will do all the work for you and send you options you choose for, and your house is ready to be moved into immediately you land. We help you handle insurance, and then we onboard you on what the first week of living in this new country is typically like, the documents you need to go and get, the registrations you need to go in for, and all of that stuff. Thank you so much for watching this video. Till we speak again.